So the masculine and feminine energy are not all about gender roles. Because the masculine energy is about focus, it's about mind power, it's about action and determination. It's all about the mind. And with feminine energy, it's all about love, compassion, consideration, and just giving and oneness. And that is of the heart. So we need both these things. We need the mind and the heart to cooperate in order to make the wholeness of who we truly are. Now, this is stemming to relationships. Now, we're so quick as a man or a woman, we're so quick to judge that, oh, men are all bad, oh, women are all bad. Here's the thing, boo-boo. They're not bad, it's you who is bad. And where I'm stemming from is that you keep attracting continuous relationships with the same habitual patterns from the very previous relationship that you had. Even though they're different faces, the different characteristics, the different people, you still have those same qualities of that past person. You know why? It's because you haven't healed your energies in yourself. You haven't healed or even acknowledged or have the awareness that you have the issues, and that what you are, what you allow yourself to be, is what you attract. So if you don't change who you are before jumping to the next relationship or learning from the previous relationship, of course you're going to keep attracting the same characteristics, even if the face is different. It's because you haven't learned the lesson of that past relationship to have more discernment and awareness to get into the next one that is more beneficial for you, rather than it's going to be the same thing that you already went through. So understand that it's all about awareness. It's all about realizing that who you are is what you will get. Because listen to this. A person who knows what they want will wait patiently for what they know they truly deserve. Because in that essence of waiting for what they truly deserve, they will not pick just anything out of convenience, but because they have conviction and what they ask for is coming to them. So they're willing to wait to receive that because they know what they deserve. And a person who knows what they want will never, ever lower their standards just to pick anything just because they don't feel whole within themselves. Someone who knows what they want already feel whole because they have conviction in themselves. They have conviction in their words and what they feel is best for them. So, men, I want you to understand, you can't blame women or shame them for what they are, because at the end of the day, you're desperate for women. You know damn well that, when you have pleasure with a woman, that's the closest feeling you will ever get to God, because the ecstasy you feel in the pleasure of a woman is the closest thing you will ever feel to God. So you acting like women are nothing or not superior is you lowering yourself, because you got to understand, women have a womb, and womb is the essence of creation. And what is the essence of creation? Who created life? God. So think about it. When you're getting pleasure with a woman, you are receiving the ecstasy that is the closest to God. And then you're over here telling a woman how she needs to be, or manipulating her, or thinking her period is gross, bro. Like, how dare you shun something that is natural, that you solely deep within internally want. That is so shameful for you to do. But understand, you gotta have discernment too in the women you pick. Because if you don't have discernment that you have some issues you need to take care of, and you keep getting the same type of characteristics in a woman, then that is your fault. And it's your fault because you don't choose to change. You don't choose to get clarity on what you want. And same thing for you, women. You have to open yourself up to realize that you don't need to be codependent. And you don't need to rely on a man for anything, especially for love. Because you already have that feminine energy within you that cultivate love, that is closest to God. And we are closest to God because we are one with the physicality of this world and the spirituality of this world. Men don't have that aspect. So that is something that we really need to take in consideration and have compassion for. Because we throw our wombs to whatever man, and then we're wondering why we don't have clarity in what we want in life, and then we feel like we have two different people that we have to face within ourselves. No, it's because you keep absorbing energies from multiple different partners of males, But you don't want to wake up to the fact that if you change how you feel on the inside, you will change how you attract someone else in your life. So I want you guys to understand that this is for both of you, male and female, feminine and masculine energy, is that we have to wake up to the fact that it's not relationships and it's not the gender. It is ourselves who haven't awakened to the fact that we haven't healed or became mindful of our own issues. And because of that, we don't know what we want. And since we don't know what we want, we take whatever comes to us because we're so desperate to fulfill an unfulfilled void within us, that void doesn't have to dictate how we want things in our life. It could just show us that it could be a beautiful emptiness ready to be filled with something so wonderful. So have just amazing discernment for yourself in how you select certain people, even as a partner or friendship. Because even though your environment does make you, you make you mostly. And your self-talk and how you treat yourself and how you move, like, it says everything about you. So for example, like, most of my relationships, I used to get manipulated. Like, if that person didn't get what they want, they would find a way to make me feel guilty about it. And I used to do the same thing too. So I'm guilty of that myself. And in doing that, now that I'm single, I realize that, wow, I do have manipulation traits. And I realize it stemmed down from my youth and what I learned from my conditioning as I grew up. And all of a sudden I started to realize more about how I started to feel unworthy and not deserving of wanting love, because at a young age, I never received love that I deserved. And that's made me grow up in the concept of thinking I was unworthy of existing or receiving any good in life. And I realized that story, those set of rules I believed in, was attracting certain people that attracted certain people that are the reflection of how I feel and treat myself. And that's an example of how, when you can awaken and be mindful of that, what characteristics you see in other people are probably how you treat yourself and how you are inside, then you will have wonderful, wonderful conviction in your own discernment to go without in the world and have confidence and willing to take risks and not fear in the fact that I know now what I want, I know now what I deserve, I know my flaws, I know my issues, I'm aware of them, and I'm willing to work on them. And now I can see if someone is on that same level with me, rather than lowering your standards because you don't know how to be with yourself to grow in order to attract wonderful things into your life. Not just wonderful, but things that are good for your wellness and your well-being. So that was my message, and thank you for listening.